Is it really possible to feel 30 years younger with just 3 minutes a day? If you're watching this video, chances are you've already experienced that feeling when your body just isn't as agile as it used to be. Aching knees, poor balance, and even simple tasks like climbing stairs or carrying groceries start to feel hard. But what if I told you that even at 84 years old, you could feel like you're 50 again, just by changing a few simple habits? Wake up your joints. Start the day without stiffness. Have you ever woken up feeling like a rusty machine? Taking a few minutes just to stretch your back, turn your neck, or walk properly? That morning joint stiffness may seem harmless, but it's actually a warning sign that your joints aren't functioning efficiently after a night of being immobile. The truth is, during sleep, blood circulation slows down and joint fluid, the body's natural lubricant, also decreases. This makes the joints dry, stiff, and slow to react. But with just 3 minutes of light morning movement, you can wake up your musculoskeletal system, reactivate joint lubrication, and kickstart a day of fluid motion. The exercises are simple. You can begin by rolling your shoulders and neck, gently rotating your ankles, lifting your knees, or stretching your arms as if elongating your whole body after sleep. Imagine warming up a car before driving. It's the same for your body to avoid unwanted breakdowns. A study by the American College of Rheumatology found that people who practiced light morning joint exercises reduced their risk of early joint degeneration by up to 35%. That's why this small habit plays a huge role in maintaining long-term joint health, especially for middle-aged and older adults. Mr. Edward, 81 years old, used to need to lean on the wall just to get out of bed. But just 2 weeks after doing the 3-minute morning routine, he was able to stand up by himself, walk easily, and even cook for his frail wife. For him, those 3 minutes each morning were no longer just a workout, but a symbol of recovery, freedom, and quiet love. Here is a sample 3-minute routine that anyone can try starting today. No equipment needed and no heavy effort required. Minute 1. Warm up your neck, shoulders, and wrists. Gently turn your head left, right, up, down about 10 times each direction. Roll your shoulders forward and backward, 10 times each direction. Rotate your wrists and open-close your hands 15 times continuously. Minute 2. Activate hips and knees. Stand upright and hold onto a chair or table edge for balance. Lift one knee up to hip level and lower it. Switch legs. Repeat 10 times per side. Rise up onto your toes. Hold for 2 seconds. Then lower. Repeat 10 times. Minute 3. Stimulate ankles and stretch the whole body. Rotate each ankle 10 times. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart. Raise both arms up, then bend down to gently touch your knees. Repeat 5 times. Finish with 3 deep breaths. Inhale through the nose, hold for a beat, then exhale slowly through the mouth. What matters isn't how hard the exercise is, but the consistency and your awareness of body connection. Move slowly, breathe steadily, and feel each joint come alive. Many people think walking is enough for joint movement, but if your joints aren't warmed up properly, walking might actually add pressure. Proper joint activation helps lower fall risk, improves blood circulation, eases stiffness, and boosts control over your body. 3 minutes. So small, yet it can create a totally different start to your day. Don't let age decide the quality of your mornings. Be the one who takes back vitality, starting with the very first moves you make when you wake up. Deep breathing. Activate energy and refresh the mind for a peaceful day. Not many people realize that the way you breathe is just as important as what you eat or whether you exercise. Breathing, an action so seemingly simple, repeated unconsciously over 20,000 times a day, is actually a bridge between the body and emotions. And in the morning, just a few minutes of focused breathing can shape your entire mood, energy, and emotional response for the whole day. When we breathe shallowly, meaning we only use the upper chest and take quick, short breaths, the body immediately senses something is wrong. Heart rate increases, cortisol, the stress hormone, is released, and the brain switches into alert mode. In this state, you're more likely to feel impatient, anxious, and overwhelmed by negative emotions. On the other hand, deep and conscious breathing, especially in the morning, sends a signal to the nervous system that you are safe. Heart rate slows down. The parasympathetic nervous system is activated. This is the part of the body responsible for relaxation, recovery, and digestion. Just 3 minutes of proper breathing every morning can help balance hormones, stabilize emotions, improve immune function, and even lower blood pressure. Linda, 68, used to begin each morning in panic mode, her mind racing, heart pounding, and even small tasks felt overwhelming. But since she began practicing 3 minutes of deep breathing every morning, Linda has not only managed her emotions better, but also felt clearer, more in control, and less affected by minor worries. For her, changing her breath meant changing her whole way of facing life. So, how do you breathe deeply the right way? The 3-minute morning deep breathing routine, easy to do even in bed. Sit or lie down comfortably, back straight, eyes gently closed. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds, letting your belly expand. Hold the breath for 2 to 3 seconds. Exhale gently through your mouth for 6 to 8 seconds, trying to empty completely. Repeat this cycle for 3 minutes. You can count each breath or pair it with soft meditation music. What are the benefits of this small habit? Reduces cortisol levels, the stress hormone, supports more efficient digestive system function, improves focus and clarity in the morning, prevents unnecessary negative reactions when facing daily stress, enhances emotional control, reducing risk of anger or emotional outbursts, a common issue in older adults. Breathing properly is a life skill, no less important than eating well or sleeping enough. Especially from middle age onward, when emotions tend to be more sensitive, the ability to self-regulate becomes even more essential. And luckily, you don't need a gym, equipment, or budget. Just a bit of stillness, a peaceful spot, and 3 minutes at the start of your day. We don't just breathe to survive, we breathe to renew ourselves every day. Wake up your legs. Activate the roots that support the whole body. If your body is a tree, then your legs are the roots. Strong roots make a tree stand tall. Strong legs allow the body to move freely. But unfortunately, most of us focus only on back pain, neck and shoulder tension, or eye strain, and forget that the legs bear the most pressure every day and are also the first to lose strength as we age. When we're young, walking is effortless. But as time goes on, feelings of heaviness, imbalance, or aches in the knees and calves begin to appear. Subtle warnings that your roots are weakening. The cause isn't just aging. A sedentary lifestyle, sitting too much, standing too long, or not training the leg muscles all contribute to poor blood circulation in the lower limbs, slower nerve response, and a growing fear of movement. However, just 3 minutes each morning to wake up, your legs can turn things around. Light movements in the legs, especially the hips, knees, calves, and ankles, not only improve blood flow, but also activate major muscle groups responsible for balance and spinal support. Legs are not just for walking, they are the foundation of both physical and emotional stability. Walter, a 64-year-old man, once described his legs as feeling like two sandbags, heavy, stiff, and uncooperative. Every time he got up from a chair, he'd stagger a few steps before regaining balance. But after a few weeks of practicing a 3-minute morning leg activation routine, Walter clearly felt the change. His legs came back to life, lighter, more responsive, and most importantly, no longer afraid of stepping outside. You can begin with this 3-minute leg activation routine. Minute 1. Stimulate the hips and knees. Stand tall, lightly holding onto the back of a chair or a table for balance. Lift your left knee to hip level. Hold for 1 second, then lower it. Repeat 10 times. Switch to the right knee, also 10 times. Next, stand with your feet shoulder-width apart and perform gentle squats, 5 to 7 times. No need to sit all the way down. Minute 2. Activate the calves and ankles. Stand tall, rise up on your toes as high as possible, hold for 1 to 2 seconds, then lower. Repeat 10 to 15 times. Rotate your left ankle in circles, 10 times clockwise, then 10 times counterclockwise. Switch to the right ankle and do the same. Minute 3. Balance and control. Stand on one leg. You can lightly hold a wall or chair and hold for 15 to 30 seconds on each side. While balancing, gently swing your arms to the sides to test your stability. Finish by stepping slowly in place for 30 seconds, focusing on heel-to-toe movement. Doing this routine every morning not only improves blood circulation to the legs, but also boosts reflexes and reduces the risk of falls. The number one reason older adults end up hospitalized and lose their independence. The good news is that legs have a high ability to recover with consistent training. No gym, no fancy machines, just persistence, a chair, and 3 minutes each morning. From there, you'll start to feel like you're truly standing on your own 2 feet, in every sense of the phrase. When your legs are strong, the world feels much closer. Anti-inflammatory breakfast. Heal your joints and body. From the plate itself. Inflammation is a natural response by the body to protect us from injury. But when inflammation becomes chronic, it's no longer a healing companion. It turns into a silent destroyer, damaging joints, muscles, and even the immune system. And surprisingly, this state of inflammation doesn't always start with injury. It can simply begin with the breakfast you eat every day. That seemingly harmless breakfast habit might be the cause of lingering inflammation, leading to stiff joints, knee pain, arthritis, muscle fatigue, or even uncontrollable weight gain. Familiar foods like white bread, sugary cereals, industrial frying oils, or processed deli meats all act as triggers that ignite widespread inflammation within the body. On the flip side, a proper breakfast can calm the body from within, heal inflamed tissues, boost joint flexibility, and significantly reduce morning fatigue. For instance, You can start your day with a bowl of soft cooked oats topped with wild blueberries, an antioxidant powerhouse that helps neutralize inflammation-causing free radicals. Add a handful of walnuts for plant-based omega-3s, a teaspoon of chia seeds, and a pinch of cinnamon to stabilize blood sugar. All wrapped in one simple meal, yet packed with anti-inflammatory power, nourishing joints and balancing natural hormones. A notable case is Eleanor, 77 years old, who struggled with walking due to mild knee swelling and morning pain. She thought it was just old age, nothing to do about it. But after switching her breakfast from sandwiches and coffee to oats, plus berries, plus healthy seeds, within just a few weeks, her knees no longer hurt when she walked. The miracle didn't come from medicine. It came from making the right choices on her breakfast plate. So, what should you add to your anti-inflammatory breakfast? Wild blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory agents. Walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, natural sources of plant-based omega-3s, whole grain oats, rich in beta-glucan fiber, stabilizes blood sugar and feeds gut-friendly bacteria. Cinnamon, turmeric, ginger, spices with strong anti-inflammatory properties, easily added to porridge or smoothies. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, lettuce, great when paired with boiled eggs or green smoothies. Green tea or warm water with lemon slices gently detoxes and activates digestion. At the same time, try to avoid or limit these foods at breakfast. Processed cereals with sugar and additives. White bread, biscuits, pastries made with refined flour. Bacon, sausages, canned meats. Fried foods cooked with refined vegetable oils. Bottled juices or coffee loaded with sugar and creamer. Eating to reduce inflammation is not about strict dieting or self-denial. It's about intentionally choosing restorative foods instead of harmful ones, especially vital for those in middle age and beyond. Your body listens to every single thing you put on your plate. Let breakfast be a gift of healing, not a spark that fuels chronic inflammation. Omega-3 from cold water fish. Nutrition to restore your legs and fight inflammation effectively. When thinking about leg health, we often only consider exercise or physical therapy. But in truth, one essential factor in restoring flexibility, improving blood flow, and enhancing lower limb mobility lies deep within what you eat each week. And one of the most powerful nutrients for the musculoskeletal system is omega-3, especially from cold water fish. Omega-3 is not some trendy health fad. It's a group of essential fatty acids that the body cannot produce on its own. Yet it plays a key role in reducing inflammation, supporting blood flow, protecting blood vessel walls, and nourishing joints from within. The legs, being the furthest from the heart, are usually the first to suffer when blood circulation declines with age. A lack of oxygen and nutrient-rich blood leads to tiredness, aching, numbness, and slower reflexes in the legs. That's why many older adults describe their legs as feeling heavy or numb, even if their diet seems adequate. Omega-3 acts as a bridge that helps blood flow more smoothly to the body's furthest limbs. It softens the vessel walls, reduces inflammation in joints, soothes irritated tissues, and even supports cartilage repair. This isn't marketing. It's the conclusion of hundreds of clinical studies by trusted global health institutions. Mr. Martin, 82 years old, used to rely on a cane because his legs were heavy and stiff. But after being advised by a specialist to eat salmon twice a week and follow a light anti-inflammatory diet, within just 6 weeks, he was able to walk around his garden again, without the cane. The only thing he changed, increasing omega-3 from cold water fish and cutting out inflammatory foods. So what should you eat to naturally and effectively boost omega-3? Salmon, rich in EPA and DHA, easy to digest and high in protein. Mackerel and sardines, small but extremely high in omega-3 and low in heavy metal contamination. Herring or anchovies, great for seniors and easy to prepare. Algae oil, a great option for vegetarians or those who dislike fish, still provides pure DHA flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, contain ALA, the plant form of omega-3, which is less potent but still beneficial. The key isn't to eat a lot, but to eat consistently. Have fish 2 to 3 times a week, or take omega-3 oil in proper doses, combined with removing inflammation triggers like red meat, processed foods, and repeatedly heated oils. This is the simple yet sustainable formula to improve lower limb health in your golden years. You can't turn back time, but you can slow aging, one meal at a time. Omega-3 isn't a miracle, but with consistency, it's the difference between legs that feel heavy and steps that feel light. It's a quiet investment with lasting results, helping you maintain independence, freedom, and the feeling of control over your own life. What did you take away from today's video? Maybe it was the power of turmeric, the anti-inflammatory effects of chia seeds, or how beets improve blood circulation. Whatever it may be, remember this: just one small step each day, eating right, breathing deeply, moving gently, can help you feel better even in your 70s or 80s. No gym needed, no expensive medicine required, just 3 minutes a day to preserve the freedom in every step you take.